Hi everybody, this is Mama Lynette with Creative Nomads here. We're gonna do a little bit of yoga today. So how about we start by reviewing a couple of the things that we did last week, the most important thing being the power of the breath. So as we mentioned, you breathe in through your nose because you have nose hairs that help to filter the air, and then you breathe out through your mouth just to get all of the energy out. So how about we start by taking 10 deep breaths, and I'm gonna hold all 10 of my fingers up, and then every time we take one, I'm gonna drop them down until we're at 0, okay? All right, so let's start together, and you wanna make sure that you're sitting nice and straight so you have a good flow of oxygen, okay? So let's breathe in through our nose and let it out. Breathe in. Let it out. Breathe in. Let it out. In. Let it out. Breathe in. Let it out. We have 5 more. Breathe in. Let it out. In. Out. 3 more. Let's make them count. Breathe in. Let it out. In. Let it out. Last one. Breathe in and let it out. And if you want, you can shake it all out. Start to get your energy flowing. And then now we're gonna do another move that we did last time, and it's called spinal twist. So you slap your hands together in front of your heart, and it's gonna work with our breath, just like everything else we're gonna do in yoga. So let's breathe in through our nose and twist. Then breathe out, come the other way. Breathe in and twist. Breathe out, go the other way. Breathe in and twist. Breathe out, go the other way. Let's do a few more. In and twist. Out. Last one. Breathe in and twist. Breathe out, go the other way. Now when we come back to the center, we're gonna grab our hands together, and for 10 seconds, we're gonna pull them apart from each other as hard as we can. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Let it all out. Okay, and now for our last review move, we're gonna do tables. So basically we're gonna have our legs straight forward in front of us and our hands by our hips also facing forward, and it's gonna work with our breath. So let's do a couple together, maybe 5, okay? So let's breathe in and come up. Breathe out and come down. So that's 1. Let's breathe in and come up. Breathe out and come down. That's 2. In and up. Out and down. 3. In and up. Out and down. 4. Last one. Let's make it count. Let's breathe in and come up. Breathe out and come down. All right, we've been down on our mat for a while, so it's time to stand up. Alrighty, so now we're gonna do some sun salutations. So we're gonna start off standing in the mountain pose with our hands next to us, and we're gonna be standing up nice and straight, strong, like a mountain. All right, so we're gonna take in a nice deep breath in through our nose. into the ready pose. Breathe in and go into a backward bend. I'm cracking already. Breathe out into a forward bend. Breathe in, right leg back. Breathe out, bring your other leg back. Breathe in, stay. Breathe out, come down. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, downward dog. Breathe in, one leg up. Breathe out, other leg up. Breathe in, backward bend. Breathe out, ready pose. So that was one sun salutation. Let's do a couple more, all right? So backward bend, forward bend. One leg back, the other leg back. Stay, come down. Cobra, downward dog. One leg forward, the other leg forward. Backward bend, ready pose. Let's keep it flowing. Backward bend, forward bend. One leg back, the other leg back. Stay, down. Cobra, downward dog. One leg forward, the other leg forward. Backward bend, ready pose. Backward bend, forward bend. One leg back, the other leg back. Stay, down. Cobra, downward dog. One leg forward, the other leg forward. Backward bend, and ready pose. Now let's do this last one super duper slow. Backward bend, forward bend. One leg up. Wait, the other leg back. Stay. Down. Cobra. Downward dog. One leg forward, the other leg forward. Backward bend, and ready pose. So those are our sun salutations. Pretty good. All right, so let's flow right into balancing postures. So as you guys have noticed in the last couple of videos, a lot of yoga poses mimic the things that we see in nature. So we're gonna go into a couple of poses that, you know, maybe you've seen around as you're walking around, you know, maybe to your friend's house or whatever you're doing outside. And then, you know, let's just, yeah, get into it. Let's get into it. Let's be nature creatures today. All right, so let's start with eagle, which is a little bit tricky, but you know, we're gonna flow into it. So you start off by having one foot firmly on the ground, then you loop one foot in front of it, and then you have one arm in front of you, and then you loop the other arm around it. So you can do eagle a couple of different ways. So you can keep one foot on the ground, or if you want, you can make a little L shape with your leg, or if you want to be extra, you can go all the way around and balance. Okay? So let's do it together. All right, so let's start with one foot down, loop the other foot around, one arm in front of you, and loop the other arm around. And let's breathe here for 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, out, in through the nose, let it out. Last one, into the nose, and let it out. Now release, let it all out. Now let's try it again on the other side. Because you know, in yoga, it's all about balance. What we do on one side, we gotta do on the other side, okay? All right, so one foot down, loop the other leg around, and bring one arm in front of you, and loop the other one around. And try and sit, or maybe let that leg fly. And let's do 3 deep breaths. One in through the nose, let it out. In, let it out. In, and let it out. And then release. How about we do one more on each side, okay? All right, so one foot down, loop that leg around, one arm in front, and then loop the other one around. 3 deep breaths. In, out, in, out, in, and out. Release. All right, last one. One foot down. Loop the other leg around. One arm in front of you. And loop the other one around. All right, y'all. In through the nose. Let it out. In through the nose. Let it out. Last one. In through the nose. And let it out. And release. Shake it out. All right. Continuing with our nature things, let's flow right into tree, which is another balancing posture. All right. So with tree, you know, you can start with whichever leg you want, because we're going to do it on both sides. And this far, we've done a couple different things with our branches, so we'll see what we get into today, all right? All right, so I'm just going to get a little stretch out. All right, before we root ourselves. So choose your leg that you want to be firmly planted onto the ground. And remember, with tree, you can have your foot touching the ground, or you can bring it a little bit higher, or if you want, you can come all the way up top. You just want to make sure that you don't put your foot on your knee, because you could accidentally kick yourself from underneath you, and that would be like a mess. All right, let's get into it. Let's take a grounding breath first. Let's breathe in through our nose and let it out. And now with this deep breath in, we're gonna lift our leg up and then find where we want to put our branches. Maybe you start at your heart center. Maybe you come up above your head, or maybe you bring your branches out, or maybe you do a little freestyle. Whatever you like. All right. Now from here, let's breathe in through our nose. Let it out. In. Let it out. Last one. In. And let it out. And then slowly bring everything down. It's okay if your tree waves a little bit, but we're gonna try and stay nice and grounded, all right? And it's fine though if you do drop your foot. You just practice, keep trying again, okay? Because yoga is all about meeting yourself where you are, okay? All right, next side. So let's bring our leg on up. Figure out where you want it, find the sweet spot. Then bring your hands either to your heart, up above, out, or freestyle. All right, so let's take a nice deep breath in, let it out, in, let it out, in, let it out. right, everybody. So now from here, we're gonna move into a little game called Follow Me. And basically it means you do everything I do, okay? So if I say follow me, you can say follow me and then do it too. And then if I say follow me, you move like me and say follow me, okay? So let's keep it flowing. Follow me, 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 follow me. All right, so you can probably see I'm looking a little bit like a reptile you may have seen around, a frog. So yeah, there's a yoga move called frog. I think we did it in our other video, one of our other videos. So how about we do a couple here since we happen to land at this spot. Let's do 5 frogs, okay? So remember with frog, you want to try and keep your hands, your fingers on the mat. If you can get your heels to touch, you know, that's awesome. If you can't, that's cool too, okay? All right, and it works with your breath like everything else we do in yoga. So let's breathe in through our nose and come up. Breathe out, come down. That's 1 frog. Breathe in and come up. Breathe out and come down. Breathe in and up. Breathe out and down. Breathe in and up. Breathe out and down. I think that was 3. Breathe in and up. Breathe out and down. 4. Last one. Let's make it count. Breathe in and up. Breathe out and down. Now follow me. 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 Now from here, let's flow into another reptile pose, cobra. So, you know, there are a couple of ways you can do a cobra. You can do it low to the ground, like this. You can push up a little higher, like this. And then lastly, you can do a hanging cobra, which means that your knees are not touching the ground. All right. So let's go from hanging cobra to downward dog. So hanging cobra, downward dog. Let's do that a few more times. Hanging cobra, downward dog. 2 more. Hanging cobra, downward dog. Last one. Hanging cobra, downward dog. Now follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. All right, so now we're sitting here and it's time to wrap up our class. So I think a great way to do that is by doing a little meditation, okay? So we're gonna let our eyes close if you feel comfortable. If you don't, that's totally fine. I'm sitting crisscross applesauce, but if you wanna lay down, you can do that too, okay? All right, so let's start my sweet babies by taking 3 deep breaths together. So let's breathe in through our nose. Let it out. In through the nose. Let it out. Last one together here. In through the nose. And let it out. Now you can start to breathe at your own natural pace. In through the nose and out. Letting your body relax. Paying attention to any places that may still feel a little tense. And breathing air to those areas. And now let's flow into the love meditation. So let's start off by thinking about someone that we love a lot. Somebody that makes you really happy, makes you laugh and smile. And then with the power of your breath, send them some love, wish them well. And then let your mind and your heart flow to somebody that maybe you don't like as much. Somebody that gives you a hard time. That maybe makes you a little bit upset. And with the power of your breath, send them some love today too. Because you know that's not about you. I be rhyming. All right, and last but not least, definitely not least, think about yourself. Think about how amazing you are. Think about how many people you make laugh and smile. And with the power of your own breath, send yourself some love. Maybe give yourself a little hug if you want. And then relax again. And then when you're feeling ready, you can slowly start wiggling your fingers and your toes. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them now. And if you're laying down, you can sit up now. It's been a pleasure hanging out with y'all today. Remember, my name is Mama Lennette with Creative Nomads. And yeah, you know, I'll be seeing you next class. I hope y'all have a great rest of the day.